Two kids in alleged Spanish Town shootout with police, one at large. One of three men who allegedly engaged a joint police team in a shootout in Spanish Town on Wednesday morning remains at large, while two of his alleged cronies were fatally shot in the incident. One of the deceased has been identified as Orlando Davis, otherwise called Blacks, and son of Jones Avenue, Spanish Town. The other deceased remain unidentified. It is reported that about 6:30 a.m., members of the security forces were conducting a cornered and search operation in Blackslawn, Jones Avenue, Spanish Town, when they entered a dwelling and were fired upon by armed men. The fire was allegedly returned, and after the ensuing gun battle, Davis and the unidentified men suffered gunshot injuries. The third man managed to escape from the law enforcers. A Springfield rifle with 2 live rounds was reportedly seized from the incident. Both men were taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where they were pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigation has since launched a probe into the incident. Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of Area 5, Christopher Phillips, said Davis was a person of interest in murders and shootings within this space. Phillips said the police are employing wanted persons to turn themselves in, as the police will be relentless in pursuing them. Jamaica failed to advance in men's 4x100-meter relay. Jamaica will not be represented in the men's 4x100-meter relay finals at the Olympic Games for the first time in 20 years, after failing to negotiate the preliminaries on Thursday morning. The team of Akeem Blake, Jelani Walker, Jelani Gardner, and men's 100-meter silver medalist Kishane Thompson finished fourth in their heat, running 38.45 seconds, 11th best overall. A smooth button change in China won the heat with 38.24 seconds, followed by France 38.34 seconds and Canada 38.39 seconds. Jamaica's team, led by Usain Bolt, won back-to-back Olympic men's 4x100-meter relay medals in 2012 and 2016, and a win in 2008 was eventually overturned after a team member returned to adverse drug test results. Women 4x100-meter team advanced to final. A relatively inexperienced team of Alana Reid, Kemma Nelson, Sasha Lee Forbes, and Tia Clayton advanced to the final of the women's 4x100-meter relay at the Paris Olympics on Thursday, placing third in their heat in 42.35 seconds. With the absence of Shericka Jackson and Shalane Fraser-Price, both out with injuries, the coaching staff called on 2 teenagers in their Olympic debuts to bookend and this team, Reid starting and 100-meter finalist Clayton on anchor. It took a strong anchor leg from Clayton, however, to get Jamaica into an automatic qualifying spot behind Great Britain, 42.03 seconds, and France, 42.13 seconds. Family river trip ends in tragedy with drowning of teenager. What was to be a family fun day at the river to a cool down from the hot temperature on Wednesday, August 7, turned out to be a day of tragedy when a teenager lost her life. Dead is 14-year-old Guys Hill High School student Leona Reid. Reid is said to have accompanied her family on a river trip to Covey's River in the vicinity of Highgate. Police reports are that Reid was in the water when she got into difficulties. Family members reportedly went to her rescue, but she was unresponsive. She was taken to the Anatomy Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Reporters were told by a family member that the mother of the teen was hospitalized after hearing the news of the death of her daughter. The Anatomy police are investigating. Ela Livingston Sate says goodbye. A week after being flown to the Jackson Memorial Hospital in the United States of America to receive special care and life-saving surgery, the family of renowned public relations and business communicator Ela Livingston Sate received the devastating news that the procedure could not be done and there was nothing more that could be done for her. Livingston Sate, who was ailing from a non-cancerous brain tumor of the central nervous system, died 4 weeks later on Monday, July 29. According to Cleveland Clinic, a non-profit multi-specialist academic medical center that integrates clinical and hospital care, research, and education, stated that this illness develops near the pulmonary glands. It is a slow-growing tumor that can affect the cranial nerves, which are responsible for vision, and the endocrine system, which is responsible for the hormonal function of the body. Ela Livingston Sate daughter, who has been at the forefront of the drive to save her mother's life, was understandably crushed, having seen a sliver of hope of survival that brain surgery could possibly bring. We had had so much hope coming to Jackson Memorial Hospital that we didn't really expect that was going to be the outcome, she told reporters, noting that the entire 8-month journey to save her mother was difficult and emotionally taxing. Ela noted that her mother started exhibiting symptoms of the tumor, including memory lapses and poor coordination, in mid-December 2023. She was first diagnosed with this tumor, and in 2004, she had an operation that may be done to remove a brain tumor or a sample of brain tissue. We took her to the hospital twice in December, where she was treated, but the treatment did not fully resolve her symptoms. She was referred to do another surgery in January. She had had 2 of those previously in 2008 and 2018. This surgery was scheduled for late May, then got pushed back to early June. Her condition deteriorated over that time. She was hospitalized at the University Hospital of the West Indies around mid-May. As her surgical date in June grew closer, she was referred by Dr. Wolf, who was the doctor who did her first 2 surgeries and was scheduled to do her third. He referred her to a skull-based center. Soon after her case was accepted by the center at Jackson Memorial Hospital, she stated. On Monday, July 1, the same day reporters published the story, she was airlifted from the UHWI at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where the hope was that she could undergo specialized neurosurgery called a base skull surgery. This was made possible after the family scraped together personal funds through loans taken out by 3 members. There was also a rush of donation to a GoFundMe account set up by Livingston Sate's children, Nalia and Kim Sate. However, the call for help to save Livingston Sate's life quickly turned to seeking help for other care. Ela said her mother spent a total of 29 days at Jackson Memorial and a total of 2 weeks on the palliative care floor. As a family, this is not the outcome we wanted, but we are comforted because she lived a good life and was loved by many, she said in a comment on the GoFundMe account after sharing the news of her mother's passing. JTA President disappointed with Ministry's plan to recruit overseas teachers. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association JTA, Leighton Johnson, has expressed disappointment and concern regarding the Ministry of Education's plan to recruit overseas teachers for the 2024-2025 academic year, which begins in September. In a statement on Wednesday, Johnson noted that while the decision is a measure to mitigate the current teacher shortage across the country, it highlights a significant issue that requires urgent attention and collaborative action. The JTA president noted that Jamaica is home to at least 10 esteemed tertiary institutions dedicated to the noble profession of teacher training. He said these institutions have for decades produced educators of the highest caliber equipped to nurture and develop young minds. Noting this, Johnson said it is a sad day for the country when we must once again resort to foreign teachers to fill roles that our own qualified and capable educators should occupy. The migration of teachers from Jamaica is not a new phenomenon, but its recent intensification is a clear indication of deeper systemic issues that needs addressing. Our teachers are the backbone of our education system, and their departure in search of better opportunities abroad highlights the urgent need to improve the salaries, conditions, and incentives for our educators here at home, Johnson stated. The announcement that the ministry is employing various teachers' retention strategies to include overseas recruitment was made by Acting Chief Education Officer Terry Thomas Gale. Thomas Gale was responding to a question posed during the ministry's Region 6 2024 Back to School Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston on Monday, July 15, during which she told the audience that the ministry is currently engaging teachers from Nigeria, Ghana, and Philippines in India. Johnson argued that while he appreciated the ministry's efforts to ensure students do not suffer due to the shortage of teachers, the solution is temporary and does not address the systematic and root causes of the problem. It is imperative that we focus on creating an environment where our teachers feel valued, supported, and adequately compensated for their invaluable contributions to our society, he noted. He also noted that as an association, the JTA continues to lobby for improved salaries and conditions of service. The salary structure for teachers must be competitive and aligned to international standards. There is the urgent need for the retention incentives to encourage teachers to remain in our classrooms. This again is in keeping with best practices and international trends Johnson noted. He added that it is also imperative for the government to seriously contemplate non-monetary incentives such as reduced mortgage rates for teachers, tax relief for the purchasing of motor vehicles, land gifting and student loan debt forgiveness for teachers and teachers' children as valuable incentives to keep teachers. Johnson further called for a national campaign to increase the enrollment of students in teachers' training institutions, noting that it also presents an opportunity for the training of teachers for the overseas markets and job placements. The JTA said it stands ready to collaborate with the Ministry of Education to develop sustainable strategies that will retain teachers and making teaching in Jamaica an attractive and rewarding profession. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.